I am selling this channel. Well, a portion of it. Because a change is coming. Path A and Path B. Path A, I believe, is the best option. This is the equity crowdfunding path. This means that right now, at this present moment, you can own a portion of Disrupt. For a minimum of $100, you will receive 23 shares of the Disrupt Corporation. In return, you'll get a percentage of the net profit that this channel makes every single year. The more shares you have, the more of that net profit you'll receive. And in return, my team and I will use that capital to expand the Disrupt operation and bring you feature-length films, shows, and virtual reality content. Our business plan is going to be detailed in the second half of this video. Path B is the path that we'll have to go down if we do not reach our funding goal by the deadline. This would mean a complete restructuring of the internal operations here at Disrupt. This path is not ideal. So, if you want to secure the future of the Disrupt down Path A, please consider investing in Disrupt. Hey, hun, you hear about this, the Disrupt people?
The what?
The Disrupt people.
Oh, in that box thing?
Yeah. They're doing this thing where you can click on that box and then it connects to that thing. What's it called?
The internet.
Yeah, the internet. So it whooshes through the air into the internet, and then you send them. What's it called?
Money.
Yeah, money, and then you own a portion of Disrupt. They're basically looking for the
Investor.
No, don't. I got this. It's angel investors. That's it. You think we should toss them a few bucks? Get it? Because I'm a buck?
Yeah. Toss them some dough.
There we go. Okay, very cool. We're now officially investors. Wow. Oh, nice. Hey, Squirt, check this out.
There's a whisper in the forest, and the deer sense that the wolves are close.
You ever see one of those guys just run for it? All right, just bolt.
Oh, so that's why he's been getting nightmares at night.
Good afternoon, this is your captain speaking with just a little flight information. We're going to be catching a glimpse of the Grand Canyon on the right.
Sir, there's a new notification for you.
I'm busy right now. The ship just crashed.
Understood. However, you did tell me that under any circumstance,
even if your ship were to crash on a hostile alien
planet, I am to inform you of investments that I've identified across cyberspace.
Hey, what you got?
The Disrupt YouTube channel is selling 10% of their studio to viewers. The Disrupt team is utilizing real-time animation to create YouTube content and will expand into feature-length shows,
films, and eventually virtual reality simulations.
Wait, do you hear that?
Please note, I automatically installed a transport upgrade in your suit while we were at Halibut Station.
Oh, nice, man. You could have told me that 15 minutes ago, you know?
You have previously asked me not to directly interfere with your dangerous adventures because you want to be known as a quote,
Epic lone wolf who doesn't need nobody to save him.
unquote.
Alright, man, you're taking what I'm saying out of context. I was saying... Oh, big guy. Easy. Zach, can you use the transport? Can you use that transport?
Teleporting in 3, 2, 1.
Reach the wizard. Reach the wizard. Altitude, velocity, light. And down, 20 feet.
3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff. 32 minutes past the hour.
We're video editors, animators, writers, all working in separate countries on singular projects. And I think this decentralized approach of a production studio gives us a huge advantage over the traditional way of creating films and stories and TV shows. First and foremost, because of the technology that we use. Our production relies heavily on something called the Unreal Engine. This allows us to create photorealistic environments, scenes, and motion captured characters, circumvent having to manage the huge production costs that come with building huge sets when filming and telling stories in physical reality, because we are simulating reality. Which offers an opportunity for studios like ours to create stories that would otherwise only be possible with millions of dollars from Hollywood. That is to say, huge vision stories on an indie budget. We can create content at scale with a fraction of the budget. Another aspect of Disrupt is the distribution side. Right now, our main model is through YouTube. This opens up our content to perhaps one of the biggest platforms ever created. And that free content then stacks up to create a library of content that's continually generating recurring revenue. And from there, on our free videos, we advertise our subscription VOD platform, Disrupt Plus. It offers our viewers a chance to check out our premium content that's created in-house, as well as other creators that we've licensed to bring their voice onto our platform. These two revenue models, free content, building a base on YouTube, and premium content, building recurring subscription, has successfully positioned us as a studio that is completely unhinged from the traditional entertainment industry. Our ultimate goal is to tell high-quality stories, and right now that takes place through screens, through computers and phones. But in the future, generations will experience stories in virtual reality, the metaverse. But as this concept of the metaverse goes through its growing pains right now,
Then if I have a monster, I have to decide what it exactly does.
Oh, I just cracked my tooth.
we're instead focusing on two things: serving and building our community, and sharpening our skills on the very tools that the metaverse is being built with. We believe this puts us at a strategic advantage because when the metaverse is no longer a buzzword, but rather a reality, there will be a large content gap that studios will be scrambling to fill. But Disrupt, already having an established community and production pipeline, will be primed to place a flag on that mountain. Video content is and will continue to be our foundation for profitable revenue generation. Virtual reality content is on our horizon. That's what we're sailing towards. So your investment today is an investment in the storytelling of tomorrow. Thanks for listening. So the following video will be a question and answer to the most common questions asked in our video campaign page, as well as on our Wefunder campaign page. So the first question is, what is the nature of the restructure? Like, what does Path B mean? Path B essentially means that a prior member of Disrupt will assume 51% control of Disrupt. This is where the $466,000 of debt can be seen on our financials. This is what the prior member has set their price at in order to depart from Disrupt. So in exchange for your ownership of the company, this would allow me to specifically expand the company with the vision that I have in mind, as mentioned in the previous video. The next question is, how did we arrive at a $10 million valuation? And I have to stress that this valuation was arrived at internally. This was arrived at by me, not a third party. And I arrived at this by essentially extrapolating the current position of Disrupt, as well as the two industries that we have a foot in. Those two industries being YouTube and virtual reality. If I take a look at the YouTube ecosystem and where it has grown over the past 10 years and where it is projected to grow, I believe that the current positioning of the channel itself, if we continue releasing high quality content, will continue to grow the value of the brand itself and the company itself. And then looking to virtual reality, I think the question there is how long before virtual reality becomes synonymous as it is with our phones in our pockets. And I think that will probably be 10 to 15 years. So the position and the roadmap that I'd like to take Disrupt down is taking the next 5 to 7 years to create virtual reality experiences and build that secondary division of value in the company alongside the video division of Disrupt. I think these two divisions, these two feet that are in these two industries is enough to warrant the $10 million valuation. Some may disagree with this valuation and say it's overpriced. That's okay. The next question is, what are your financial projections? How much can I expect to make on my $100 investment or $1,000 investment? And unfortunately, SEC guidelines do not, I specifically cannot by law provide financial projections or convey to you expectations on the amount of money you will get on a return for your investment. This, I believe, should be thought of in terms of decades rather than a short-term investment. You should not be expecting to make a return on your investment for the subsequent years, specifically because we are building this company, yes, in video content, but truly in virtual reality content as well. So it's a long-term play rather than a quick way to make money. The next question is, it won't let me invest in Canada or Quebec. Unfortunately, these two territories are one of the few in the world that Wefunder does not work with. There are a few other countries. Thankfully, though, most other countries are open to investment. I'm very sorry, Canadians. I still love your maple syrup. If you have additional questions, please leave them on the Wefunder campaign page, or you can email me at jack@studiodisrupt.tv. Thanks for your time.